So, 7 Chinese got sentenced to 20 years each in South Africa for multiple different charges. But take a listen to the video, return and we're going to dissect it. Take a listen. Boom.
7 Chinese nationals convicted on over 150 charges, including human trafficking, have each been sentenced to 20 years in prison. They were arrested for kidnapping and forcing 91 Malawans to work in a Johannesburg factory in 2019. 37 of the people found during the Hawks-led operation were children. The court also ordered their company to pay a fine of 300,000 rand. Judgment was handed down in the South Gauteng High Court a short while ago, where chaos erupted shortly thereafter.
These accusers, they refuse to, expose the boss, right? Because they are afraid. They are too afraid. Always talking up. If I told him out, he will kill me. Right? If I don't, maybe he can take care of me if I go to the prison. This is what they thought. We all think this is just a small problem. Nobody tells us what's going on. How serious is this? They all think they're gonna be fine, The boss is always lying to them.
So, ma'am, why do they think the courts of lying, of not conducting this properly?
I tell you what, these accusers, they know everything because there's not only one boss. This is the main boss.
Today, for us as government, but also as the Department of Employment and Labour, it's a victory. This is groundbreaking. We never expected that we'll go this far, but because today we know that our matters that involve labor are now going to be taken serious. People are going to know that if you disregard the laws of this republic, we are going straight to jail. But beyond that, it is sending a message to anyone who want to come to this country, coming from different countries, who want to come to this country and do as they wish. That era has ended. The era of impunity, where owners of different companies come to South Africa to invest at the expense of our people, but also to bring in people from outside the country illegally. As you have said, what the judge said, the issue of human trafficking was at the center of what happened today, beyond the issues of labor matters. So it's a victory, it's groundbreaking. We are going to take this up, in fact, and make sure that it's a case where we are going to refer to moving forward.
So there you have it. So that's welcome back to the WSXM channel. So let's dive into it. So this happened in 2019, so it's not something new, but what is new is they finally have Chinese nationals being charged, which in this case they got 20 years each, and the charges, some of the charges include human trafficking, child labor, and so forth. There was misusing over 91 Malawans, which they bring to South Africa under false pretenses. There was also illegal immigrants. Well, they didn't have documents to live and work in South Africa, and they use them and they mistreat them and all kind of stuff. So hence the reason why this court case they got 20 years. But what I take away from this is not the first time we have seen in different African countries like Kenya, South Africa, and different African countries where Chinese nationals go to these countries, open businesses, mistreat and ill-treat the local people, use them, make money, and all they get when they have been caught is deportation. That's it, and a small fine. So that motivates other Chinese nationals to come into Africa, do the same thing with just the knowledge of, oh, if we get caught, we can pay off the locals, the local corrupt officials, and we'll only be deported. We won't get a jail time, we'll not get any issue with it. But now, this now set a precedent for whenever a Chinese national comes to Africa, whether it's Malawi, South Africa, whether it's Namibia, or Kenya, or Nigeria, or any of those countries, if they come there to have a business, treat and pay our local residents the correct wage and do not ill-treat them or mistreat them, because I have videos on my channel where Chinese nationals actually beat these locals. I'm saying beat, I'm not talking about like beating them with belts. And I have a video I did a while back where they even analyzed some Africans with a firearm. So they show you that the blatant disrespect they have for African countries and their citizens, because this is not, it's been going on for years. So I'm happy that South Africa finally took a stand. sentence each one of these 7 individuals to 20 years each. No more deportation. And the fine was very jokey. 300,000 rand is no money. They should be charged. They should be fined millions to compensate these families, over 91 different families. They should be found heavier fine, and then use the fine to compensate these families that have been gone through this brutal misuse, child labor, kidnapping kids and having them work in factories and not paying them, having them working 12-hour shifts. This is what they would do now, having them working 12 hours straight, no day off, 7 days a week, and barely feeds them. This is what I've been taking on in certain areas because corrupt politicians have been paid off to do the other way. So I'm very happy about this, and I hope this being replicated in other African countries. I know for sure this can happen in Sahel nation, Sahel country, which is Niger, Burkina Faso, and Niger. And that will never happen in this country. And Mali, I mean. This will never happen in this country because these leaders do not play. Tishani, Iram Churi, and I don't want to forget his name. They don't play those games when they come into their citizens and Chinese businessmen come into the country to have businesses. So anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. I don't know. As always, tell a friend, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Boom. Thanks for watching.